All right, Megan, what do you think? Does it look like we're back? Okay. All right, guys. Well, hey there. Hi there. Ho there. My name is Mark with Crypto for Seniors. Yes, we are a little bit late today. We were having some technical issues with our streaming. It appeared that we were streaming okay. All my numbers looked like they were doing really well. And Megan is not here on site. She is the one that is my technical person. Megan is an employee of our company. Actually, we have a host of companies now, which is one of the things I've actually been talking about. And she does work for both of them, Crypto for Seniors and Living Your Best Life. So, Megan, we really do appreciate you, hon. Thank you so very much. And of course, we have Sandy. Sandy is working from home today on a project for the launch of our Living Our Best Life. Okay, and we're going to run over here and show you a little bit. It's pretty hard for me to know if you have seen this or not because of our technical difficulty, but I'm going to treat it as if we have not seen this. All right, so this is our brand new channel. This is what we're going to be bringing sometime in the next month. And it is strictly living your best life, the best adventures, the best day ever. Okay, and this we're bringing it to our senior community. So, where Crypto for Seniors is focused for our senior community, we also have it so that Crypto for Seniors is for people that are new that want to get into the equipment and they just want to learn. They want to learn from somebody that's been there and done that. All right. I'm getting a message from Megan, and she is saying it does look good. So it looks like we are up. So sorry about that little technical issue that we had there earlier. Okay, so today is being answered. Its question is being answered by a subscriber by the name of Lon. And Lon, I appreciate your question. So Lon is somebody that is newly facing retirement, coming up real soon for him, and he has all kinds of questions. I will tell you that they are all um, questions that we all feel. They're questions that I worry about on a day in and day out basis. And I want to support you during that struggle and just kind of make it a little bit easier for you today. So, Lon, that's why we decided to dedicate today as your day. So, shout out to Lon. All right. Yeah, Megan, we're going to have to work on that. All right. So today is Lon's day. All right, Lon. So we are going to talk about some of the fears that keep newly retired folks up at night. Now, it's something that I have covered before in great detail, but because this is a video podcast, we just talk about a lot of things and we just kind of interact with our subscribers so we can kind of get a feel for where are you in your journey? Where are you as you are moving through your work life into your retirement? Are you ever going to feel that you are ready to retire? I never did. My retirement happened very quickly because of medical issues. Are you ever going to feel that you have enough money? I never did. I can tell you that there are things that are called the 4% rule, and I have covered that before. That is part of financial independence, retire early, or the FIRE movement. So, yeah, there are things that you could do. And also to Lon, I'm speaking to you as well. Go back and watch one of my videos, The Fire Movement, and that should give you some information as far as a general rule, and it's called the 4% rule. And that 4% rule is going to basically it's going to tell you where you should be if you take all of your expenses for a year. And there are a lot of free programs you can do that, or you can get one of these free programs and log into your computer, your desktop, and download all that, or onto your cell phone because they have them for the mobile editions. And it will tell you what your expenses are. There are a few you probably will need to pull out that aren't normal, like we inherited a little bit of money, so we worked on the house. That's not normal. So I took those expenses out, and then I did my 4% rule. And that's something that I personally am using along my journey. So, Lon, that would be my recommendation to you, sir. Okay? But you do want to definitely watch to the end, because I will give you that number one reason. That number one reason that keeps most of us newly retired, those that are thinking about retired, up at night. Okay? All right, we're going to take a quick look at the markets. And it is possible you heard my audio portion of this earlier. So, it looks like, yes, Megan. Sorry, guys. I'm getting a text. Yep. No, looks good, Megan. We're 10 by 10. All right. Very good. So, crypto bubbles. Okay, this is the very first site that I go to, guys. This one right here. This is how I start my morning. I go over to crypto bubbles. I want to see all that in green, like HNT. I want to see that because that tells me that I'm doing really well. Okay, so let's take a look here. The larger it is, then that is the most movement that is going on with that particular token. Okay, like this one is down 10% versus HNT. HNT is up 6.2%. So that is the helium network. You may remember those helium miners. Okay, so that is that particular token. These are all tokens. Some are exceptional and others could be junk. So none of this is financial advice. Please do your own research. Okay, and we're only going to cover this super quick because this is Denise's question. What websites do I go to first thing in the morning? So Denise, this is for you. Down here is Litecoin. I do mine. You can actually triple mine right now. Doge and Litecoin with one other. I am currently not doing that. Litecoin's doing real well, up 3.3% for the year. So this kind of gives you your day, your week, your month. Okay, a lot of really good information. Let's take a look at some other ones. These, like I said, this is not financial advice, but these are the ones that excite me. Core. I think Core is a great possibility to do really good things. Core is one of the AI tokens, AI projects. What I would recommend is if you find something that you really like, here, XRP. Let's say most people have heard about XRP. If you find something you really like, go over to Ripple, go over to XRP's site, read their white paper, see if you can get behind this, see if they have a management team listed, see if they have pictures of the management team listed. Not always they have, but if they do have a management team, have they come from other like positions, or is this something brand new? You know, were they a bartender and now they are a crypto professional? Those are the kind of things you want to look in the white papers and the websites. You want to get a good feel for that. Okay. So we have Dogecoin, and then I happen to like VeChain. That's just my personal appreciation. So I do like VeChain. I think it's going to go up. I'm currently holding about, oh, just shy of 50,000 tokens on VeChain. Of course, Bitcoin is probably my single largest holding. All right. And Core AI, that is a artificial intelligence. You may want to double check that one and just see what you think on that. All right. The other site that I go to is right over here to Coin Market Cap. And one of the things I look at is right here. And hopefully you can see that. This is the Fear and Greed Index. And what does it tell me? So when that number is closer to zero, it just means investors have oversold irrationally. They're trying to get out. They're trying to take their profits, those kind of things. Just not that long ago, this was dead center right in the middle. Several months ago, we were in the greed side. So that just kind of gives you an idea. Let's take a look at the tokens. How are they doing? Bitcoin, of course, is number one. Ethereum pulling in at number two. Solana, love Solana. I'm holding quite a bit of Solana. I think it will do well. Not financial advice. You got XRP coming in second. Dogecoin. Tron. Now, Tron has just been approved as a form of payment for fees. And it is a really great rate. So you may want to consider holding some Tron, not financial advice. It is relatively inexpensive. And I will tell you that it is a lot less expensive using Tron over Ethereum. Okay, so although I love Ethereum, I just don't love them for their fees. All right, Cardano, ADA, is also another one that is in my opinion, a good solid. It's been around for quite a while. Litecoin, of course, is popping up at number 19, and everybody's favorite, Caspa. Caspa is holding strong at 22. And it is running right now. Let's see, what is its market cap at 3.6 billion. Okay, got a lot of trading. Not tremendous, but quite a bit of trading. So we do want to kind of keep an eye on that. I think that's going to do a quick correction real soon. All right, so just in case you are one of those that got into Ice River Lithium, this device right here is $7.99. I went ahead and got it on the first batch. I did an unboxing on it. And what I've noticed is they are starting to ship the large ASICs. And anytime that happens, the small home mining units tend to go down. If you have any questions about it, put a QQ in front of your question, and I'll get it answered for you, okay? All right, let's take a look at the history. So I was doing really very, very nice a while back. $8, down to $6, down to $5, down to $4, okay? So, in a matter of 8 days, I am down 50% on my earning abilities. And as these new ASICs come online, and those start to ramp up because the coin is going to be professionally mined, then our profitability is going to go down. But that's why I like to get in on these. If I can't get the first batch, I will not buy these little home miners. That is when I will suggest go ahead and just buy the token. Okay? So that's where we are with this little Ice River. I love Ice River. I think it is a good company. They need to do a little work on their padding, and they need to do a little work on their thermal paste. But other than that, I think it's a solid little machine. All right. So, guys, that is it. We are going to get rid of that. And give me just a second here. Let's transition back. Bring this little guy up here. And let's see, what is it going to take? Boom. All right, yep, that doesn't work for me. Okay, I've got to be able to see. All right. Yeah, Megan, we don't want to do it this way. Okay? Yep, no, I want to switch it back. I do? Okay. All right, bear with me just 1 second. So we're going to do it a little different, okay? Just because the way my setup is, I don't have enough monitors to actually see, like, what is next. All right, so, Lon, remember today is for you, buddy. Okay, let's talk about the 10 fears that keep us newly retired folks up at night. Number 10, feeling isolated and alone. Okay? If you think about it, this isn't just a process. It's like a grieving process. It's like somebody has just recently passed away. And you've got to kind of just go through this. Nobody can be there to really help you. There are some things that you can do that will help alleviate some of this, but the feeling isolated and feeling alone, somewhere around 17% of baby boomers say that they are seeing their friends and their social connections basically lessen over time. And that, unfortunately, is a sad fact that people do tend to pass away. And in that situation, there's really not a lot you can do. There are some groups that you can do. My father, when he was getting a little bit older, we stuck him with a group of guys that got together and they had lunch and they played cards, and it was really a great situation. So there are ways to get around that. Lon, I believe you're in my city or you're close to it. You may be toward the Kansas City side, and that's not far from me. I'd be more than happy to meet with you and have lunch with you sometime. I think that would be a blast. I'd love to meet up with some of my subscribers. So it's something that I do want to do. We'll announce it. Probably hold it over in the Kansas City, Missouri area. Just not sure at this point. Okay, so feeling isolated and alone, that is got to be expected. That will happen over time. There are things you can do. Set appointments, stay busy. If there's a Top Golf, go hit a bucket of balls. Take your laptop and work outside. There's just all kinds of things you can do. Okay. All right, number 9, finding meaningful ways to spend time and stay involved. So, like I just said, Top Golf is a fun place. If you are into shooting, see if there's any hunting or fishing that is available at the time when you're watching this. Get together and go to one of the firearms range. I've got a good friend of mine that just recently retired, and he loves to shoot. I come from a 25-year corporate security background where I carried a firearm for 25, 30 years. I was the corporate security manager of a Fortune 34 company, 43 billion in sales. So a pretty big company, international. And so, I had to carry and I had to, shoot for my qualifications all the time. And so that is something that I like to do. So I'll go out and I'll blow through a box of ammo and put it away and, just stay as trained as possible. Okay. What is it that you like to do? That's the really important thing. Figure out what it is that you like to do. Are you the kind of person that you want to volunteer your time? There are so many groups right now, either faith-based or other groups that are, just special needs. and they need people all the time. Maybe you enjoy reading. Maybe you could go into the school system. I've got a daughter that is a teacher. Why not do something like that where you go in and you read? Actually, my buddy Patrick Mahomes, he has this reading group. You could become a part of that where you go into schools and you read at different schools and at different levels. Okay? That's number 9. Number 8, not meeting my family's financial needs. Now, this one kind of concerns me, and leave it down in chat. Tell me, what is it that you think that means? Okay? I would tell you at the point when I am retired or retiring, I know that I should be financially stable with my wife. And we should be able to afford everything that it is that we want to do. And I do want to give some blessings to my children. And some of those are with living inheritances. And if you're not familiar with a living inheritance, that is where, my daughter was moving. And so what I did is I used part of the inheritance that we would give her as money so that she could get the movers, pay for the movers, get, the truck organized, get it all set up, put things into storage. And that's the way that I and my wife really enjoy. So we are able to give blessings to our children using what's called living inheritance. Okay? That is, to me, that is what this means. Okay. It just depends on if you are one of those that are going to work for a tremendously long time. You have a lot of stores like your Targets and your Walmarts and, your big employers, your Amazons, that don't really have a lot of benefits for low-level employees. So there are currently 52 million employees that don't have any kind of benefits, that are not saving a dime for retirement, and they're hoping that Social Security will be there. Well, guys, Social Security is not supposed to be there during my lifetime, let alone yours. So if you're not retired already, you will need to come up with something else other than Social Security to kind of help you. My recommendation, I'm more than happy to visit with you, but my recommendation is get a hold of a financial advisor. Doesn't matter how much money that you have, as long as I think it was 25, 30, 40,000, something like that. I've talked to a couple of them that, are looking to take on new clients, and they'll grow your money over time. But you've got to do something, okay? The head in the sand just doesn't work for retirement. All right, number 7, lack of access to adequate and affordable health care. Well, yes, this one is big. 25% of people said this was a major concern or something that they would lose sleep over. And yeah, I am also concerned. Medicare is doing very, very well by way of seniors. And if you're lucky enough to be able to afford, like I am, where you can pick up the extra insurance, like currently I have AARP as my secondary insurance. Well, between the two, they pick up just about anything that I need. And I would just tell you, if you get that opportunity, that's something that you need to look at. Talk to your financial advisor, make sure that you can afford that. Okay? All right, Lon, I hope you're taking notes. All right, we are down to number 6. Remember, number 1 is your biggie. Number 6, losing my independence. Of course. This is a very common concern, losing your independence. Our children tend to want to put us into one of these retirement communities where there's going to be a lot of activities and a lot of things going on, but that may not be where you are in your life. My children know that we purposely bought this house where it is. It's a ranch, it's all one level, strictly for our retirement. So don't be planning on moving me out anytime soon. Okay? Because if you do, you may not get that inheritance. I love where I live. Okay? Talk to your family. Let them know what your wishes are. Get some living wills. Get your affairs in order. Now is the time to do it. Okay? I would tell you my major wake-up call was when I redid my wills. And when I did my wills with my wife, it said for our second daughter, it said baby to be named later. Well, she was 30 years old. Yeah, 30 years. You got to keep that stuff up, guys. You got to keep it up. All right? This is why I'm coming to you with these life lessons. So just seek your financial advisor, get a good law firm, somebody that you can afford. Ask your questions so that you're set up and you don't have any chances of any kind of scams. Okay, number 5, cognitive decline. So this really isn't anything that I can necessarily help you with. I had this with my father, and I do see this happening with a family member myself. There are all kinds of medications, and there are things that they are doing right now, studies that are looking for people with cognitive issues. Please consider signing up for those. Do research. If you do not know how to research on a computer, then please seek the assistance of a 9-year-old, because Lord knows they know how to do everything on a computer. All right, that's why we have Megan. No, Megan, you're not a 9-year-old. Okay. Yeah, she's going to disconnect me, isn't she? She's going to do something. Oh, not while I'm live. Okay, thank you. I appreciate that. All right, Megan, you're wonderful. Have I told you that recently? Okay, number 4, possible long-term care insurance. So this is really something you need to buy early on when the rates are low. Yes, you're going to be paying for it over a longer term, but if you try to do it when you're my age, guys, it's just not going to happen. You're just not going to get it. You are in good company. 39% of people questioned say finding long-term care costs is a very real fear. And yes, I do get it. And I would tell you, do what you can, spend what you can afford, because you don't want to put yourself in the poorhouse, and then deal with what it is so that you can have a comfortable life going forward. Okay? Long-term care insurance is something you need to do it early. Good luck if you try to do it late. It's just not going to work out for you. Okay. Oh gosh, I love this quote. This is from Maya Angelou, one of the American poets that I really do appreciate. If you're always trying to be normal, you will never know how to be amazing you can be. I totally agree with that. Okay. All right, number 3, Social Security cutbacks. Yes. Nobody knows if Social Security is going to be there. Our presidential candidates, used to be all 3 of them, now all 2 of them, have talked about ensuring that it is absolutely going to be there. How is it going to be there when our deficit is increasing at the alarming numbers that they are? So that is my major concern. Are we just going to print more money and just live, in inflation for the rest of our lives? I don't know. I don't know. But yes, that is a real concern for me because it is expected to be gone within my lifetime. I'm not an alarmist. I'm not a conspiracy theory person. So it is what it is. All right. If you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. But whatever you do, you have to keep moving. Words spoken from Dr. Martin Luther King. I have had the very, very good pleasure when his wife was in Kansas City to be assigned. I also did personal protection. And I was assigned to her for 3 different years in a row when she was in Kansas City. We had a team that basically kept her safe. And she is an amazing woman, a poet in her own rights, and also a civil rights activist. And I am talking about Coretta Scott King, the wife of Dr. Martin Luther King. Great woman, amazing woman. And if you ever get the opportunity to see her live, please. It is not a racial discussion. It is a human discussion. And I just find that amazing. All right, number 2, possibility of home care costs. Staying in the home. Yes, that is one of my major concerns. That is not my number 1. We're getting ready for my number 1 in just a second. So costs do continue to increase. When my dad passed away about 10, 11 years ago, his cost was $225 a day for his care facility. Okay, now I think you're closer to $400. I actually heard one individual spending as much as $1,000 a day. $1,000 a day. They can afford it, but still, $1,000 a day is what their health care costs to keep their father and their mother in the home. Wow. Okay, so there's really not a lot you can do. The sooner you can invest, and you need to get that $100,000 first. Scrimp, save, do all you can, get your $100,000. That, my friends, is where compound interest does an amazing growth potential for you. But you have to do it early. Save up that $100,000. You will not have worries like this. And invest it well. Get anywhere from 6 to 11%, and you will end up with millions. Okay? Millions. Oh, yes. This one's my favorite from Wall Street. Money is something you need if you don't die tomorrow. Thank you, Mr. Gordon Gekko from Wall Street. All right, so the number 1 issue is outliving their money. And I will tell you, this is my single number 1 issue. Over 50% worry about their finances will expire within their lifetime. So, guys, you've just got to plan. I know this is real easy for me to say it to you, but you do just have to plan, okay? And you have to do this early. And if you're one of those 52 million people that are going to be working right up until the day that you die, I am very sorry for you. Try to get out of that hamster wheel as quickly as you can. Find a company or move up within the company where you do get benefits. Work a few extra hours until maybe 30 hours where you can get benefits. I know people are getting benefits at some of the very popular named clothing stores because they've been around for a while. So you got to get a retirement. You got to get it up and running and save, okay? I will tell you that I recently, along with a couple of other influencers, put some money into I Trust Capital. And I Trust Capital, and we're not sponsored by them. I'm not even giving you a referral link. This is strictly information from me and what I have done. So I got into I Trust Capital, and it is where I can put my IRA into crypto, and because I'm very knowledgeable about crypto and watch it on a daily basis, I can make these little micro changes and grow. And I'm doing very, very well so far for just being in it for a couple of months. And that's even on some downturn days. So you can move it into stable coins, you can wait, and then move it back in. All right, guys. Well, that's it for me. Actually, it is the pain medication wearing off. So it is time for me to take some more medication and to go lay down. Really good information here. Please, I do have a couple of videos on it. You should look up Top 10 Fears Keeping Boomers Up at Night. And that was a video that I did from Money Talks and Newsweek or Newsbreak. Both had that in the same week. So I kind of took their information and added to it. It goes all the way back from a Transamerica survey of 10,000 American workers. Okay, so that's where that information is coming from. And thank you to Newsbreak and Money Talks. All right, my friends, that is it. I am going to sign out. My name is Mark with Crypto for Seniors. Thank you so much for joining us. Sorry about some of the issues we were having. This is part of the problem. We just got everything dialed in downstairs, and then I decided to have my knee replaced. So just bear with us. I appreciate Megan jumping on. Thank you very much, Megan. Lon, I hope I answered all of your questions. And like I said, just join me in Discord. I will be in Discord in just a little bit. And I'd be happy to answer any additional questions that you may have there. And Denise, I think I got your questions answered as well. All right, guys, love you. Now, we will not, I will be going live tomorrow. It will not be anywhere near this long because today I was just answering questions from a couple of subscribers. But tomorrow should be about 20-25 minutes. It will be crypto-based. And I will see you then. Guys, take care. Take care of each other. And if you have not subscribed, please subscribe and smash that thumbs up. Love you guys. See you then.